Welcome to the Managing Drought in the Southern Plains webinar series. I'm Margaret Boone, Program Manager of the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program, with your briefing for Friday, April 4th, 2014. This information is brought to you by the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program in association with NOAA, NIDIS, and the National Drought Mitigation Center. So what has changed over the past week? There has been expansion of D1 and D2 drought across eastern Kansas, as well as D2 drought expanding eastward through central Oklahoma, as there have been reports of declining pastureland conditions and below normal stream flows. Though cooler than normal temperatures are expected across the southern plains over the weekend, warmer and drier than normal conditions should prevail over the next 6 to 10 day period. This is the newest drought monitor released Thursday, April 3rd. As a whole, this is mostly unchanged from the previous week. Zooming in a little closer, not much change in the northern high plains, though there has been some expansion, as I mentioned, of D1 and D2 drought through eastern Kansas. Across the south, areas of central Oklahoma have seen that expansion of D2 drought that I mentioned as well. And then across the west, there has been little change in drought conditions from last week, even though they've had several weather disturbances that have moved through the region. Rainfall departures over the last 14 days show the lack of precipitation across the southern plains, aiding to some of the areas of drought expansion that we've seen. As we go out 60 days, and then 180 days, and then the water year to date, we can see the general dryness across the southern plains and southwest. Especially evident in the region is the area of red across the Texas Panhandle and western Oklahoma. This area not only has seen a lack of precipitation over this time period, but as we moved into spring, the region has been the unfortunate recipient of multiple dust storms. In the last several briefings, we've shown you these upper and lower zone soil moisture anomaly maps from the Arkansas Red River Basin Forecast Center. We can see most of western Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle is still 30% of normal in both the upper and lower zone anomalies as an effect of the long-term drought conditions across this region. We will continue to watch these soil moisture anomalies as we go further into spring, which is our typical wet season. The 5-day outlook shows the possibility of precipitation across parts of the southern plains, especially eastern Texas, and then regions eastward across the southeast and Gulf Coast. Temperatures are expected to be below normal for the next 5 days across the southern plains and into the eastern seaboard, with above normal temperatures across portions of the west coast and Intermountain West. To change it up a little bit, I'm going to show the 6 to 10 day outlooks, valid Wednesday, April 9th through Sunday, April 13th. These indicate below normal temperatures are expected across the Great Lakes and Northeast, the far east coast, and then along the Gulf Coast. The western half of the U.S. is expected to be above normal, above normal temperatures, especially across California and Nevada. From Nebraska southeastward across the southern plains and into the southeast is expected to experience below normal precipitation, along with parts of the Pacific Northwest. Areas of the Great Lakes and Northeast may see above normal precipitation. The CPC 3-month outlooks are the same as last week. There are equal chances of above or below normal precipitation conditions across much of the United States, with the exception of below normal precipitation possible across California. The majority of the west coast and south could see above normal temperatures, with below normal temperatures possible across the Great Lakes, and this is for the 3-month period of April, May, and June. The monthly drought outlook is new. It was issued March 31st and valid for the month of April. Shows mainly persistence or intensification across much of the west, southwest, and western parts of the southern plains, with a few places across the eastern part of the southern plains, such as eastern Kansas through eastern Oklahoma and eastern Texas, seeing possible relief from the drought conditions. As always, please join us for these briefings and full topic webinars. For more information, please visit our SCIP website, which is southernclimate.org, to register for more information if you haven't already. These briefings will be posted to the SCIP YouTube channel as well as our website. Please like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at skip_visa for more information. We thank you for joining us and have a great weekend.